Yo, Joe!
Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today, as you can see, we're going to take a look at our retro carded or vintage inspired beachhead from the classified line. So we're going to compare from this beachhead to our Cobra Island one, which I wasn't a big fan of. A few things here and there I didn't really like from the Cobra Island one, but we have this version now, and that's definitely going to take the place of my Cobra Island beachhead. Starting off with our packaging, you can see we have this beautiful retro card art with the updates of the classified aesthetic. So they update where the knife, the pistol, the gun, and everything. And yeah, I have to say, it looks very cool and nice. I will say the way the packaged it is not the greatest. As you can see, there's a nice curve there, but it doesn't really matter to me. I opened this guy up. Here is his file card if you guys want to read that in multiple languages, which is fun. And then we have the other two figures of this three set wave. We have the eel and the snow surf. I did see these two at a GameStop. I just didn't bother picking them up. I don't think I will. Mostly just to save some space, and there's no funds either, but mostly to save some space for future, true builders. But yeah, they are out there, so go out there and hunt for them. Now, right off the bat, I'm gonna talk about my complaints with this particular version of Beachhead. He is still in box, so that's pretty neat. You don't see those often, but first of all, there's a lot of craze with the eyes on this particular version. There's different blue eyes, brown eyes, green eyes, and people were just buying loads of these guys just to get each variant, or I really couldn't care less about what colored eyes I had. But yeah, that was one complaint. People were just going crazy, and that's why there wasn't many beachheads out in the market, because people were buying multiples of this guy just to get those different colored eyes. Like I said, I didn't really care about that. Secondly, the vest was way too big, way too cumbersome, very limited for the torso range, which was a bit of a shame. And there was a lot of straps with this guy, and I did not like that whatsoever. Also, he just looks way too bulky down here. There's too much stuff going on I didn't really like. So I went ahead and did a few modifications to one of them. I removed some of the plastic here just to make it seem like these are straps, and it kind of helped with the articulation overall on the torso. I swapped out the boots. I thought these were too bulky, so I swapped them out for something a little more sleeker, not as big. And this was my beachhead for a while, and I give them that classic accessory there, which I may give to this new one. But yeah, that's the modifications I did to this one. But even then, it's gonna get replaced by this new retro carded beachhead. So without wasting any time, let's get straight into the accessories. We do have some reuse. The same crossbow that came with that Cobra Island version, the same backpack piece, because this is already vintage enough, no need to change it. You can store the crossbow on the back piece as such, so that is nice storage there. You have some machine gun here, which I guess is a reference to this. Probably a bit more realistic, but you can see the similarities there. This one still has that sort of very flimsy plastic, and yeah, it's still flimsy. It's not as sturdy as other accessories we've seen in newer figures, but you have a removable mag with a different color and a removable suppressor. I do wish the suppressors were separate in the packaging, just because sometimes they're bent or whatnot, or it's scary to get them out of the plastic tray without bending them or breaking them. Same goes for a pistol. We've seen this one multiple times, and again, removable suppressor. It came attached already in the packaging. But yeah, we've seen this one before. Yeah, it's just a lot of reuse. We've seen these knives before. This is Firefly's, I believe, or Nunchuck's knife, and Dusty's knife here, and they both have some nice silver blades. And then we get two sort of flashbangs or grenades, whatever you want to call them. We saw these with Snake Eyes. And then the explosive pouch here, which we also saw with Snake Eyes. Very nice to see it here return. And then we do get that nice base for Beachhead there. There is plenty of storage on Beachhead here, so let's go ahead and straight into that. New rig system here, belt system here, that goes around the thighs and whatnot. But I believe this knife will sheath in this way, in there. Very nice. I like the sculpt of this. It looks very nice. You have the smaller knife that's gonna go down here in the boot, similar to Dusty. So put that in there. You have the holster on his left side, which is nice to see. We don't get a lot of left-handed holsters, but you can put your pistol in there, and your suppressor will go in there as such. I tend to flip it the other way around so that the little peg thing is facing downwards as such. So there's that storage. I already showed you the back piece and the crossbow. There's not going to be any real storage for this, so he'll have to hold it. And then obviously this goes around Beachhead here. And you do get the grenades, which you can store on the strap here as such. But before we do that, let's go through articulation real quick. I mean, it's the same body mold we've seen many times, but they did keep the same head sculpt, so that is the same when it comes to reuse. So just getting a quick look here, it is the same sculpt. I thought maybe they would have retooled the head sculpt a bit. I don't know which one's better in terms of paint application. This one is more subtle on the eyebrows and the eyes. You can see the eyes pop more and the eyebrows pop more on this one. I will say he looked more aggressive with the Cobra Island one. I mean, he still does with this new one, but for the most part, yeah, this is more subtle and this is more prominent. So I don't know. I like both. You guys choose what you like best. I was gonna say you can swap out the head sculpts because they are the same and it's still the same neck and hinge, so it should pop in and out, but there are different green colored tones. I think I prefer this green rather than this one, but yeah, there's those similarities. I will say I like the two-tone on the mask here, which we didn't get with this one, but I'm still satisfied with this new one. That being said, articulation wise, he can look up about that much and down. See how much more you can get up and down with the disc hinge, and then you still get some slight pivoting, but not too much. And then you can turn side to side, and then you have a ball joint here at the lower neck, so that's nice. Going outward, pretty simple. T-pose, butterfly joints work nicely. You get, I think, more back than forward. Mine was stuck on this side, as you can see some sort of glue residue in there, so that was a bit of a bummer, but I got it unstuck. You have your bicep swivel, double jointed arms, and then this hinges in and out horizontally, this hinges vertically up and down. You have your waist swivel, which is accessible now, and you even get some crunch with this vest. Again, it's a little bulky, but that's how the vintage one is, but you can at least get some crunch, and you can see that significantly helps with posing. Legs, well, that's gonna get in the way of moving outward, so you can get outward as much as that. Kick forward, upper thigh cut, double jointed knees, which, you know, very efficient, all the way to his butt. Boot cut, going back, forward, and then ankle pivot. So nice articulation. We've seen this body mold. I think it's a sort of Stalker and Dusty body mold, so it works fine. And it looks great on Beachhead for the most part. I think it's a good mold for Beachhead. And then, you know, it's updated to pinless, so that's nice to see. Compared to our pinned body over here, this already seems very outdated compared to this new one. Something I will quickly note with mine is that the back piece doesn't really plug in. I think it's a little too thick. You can see there on the edge where it's trying to like go in, but it's just kind of scraping. I don't know if this old one will go in. No. So yeah, I think the hole on the back is a little too small, so you might want to shave a little bit off from the peg here. And with some minor shaving of the peg, you can see it's already on there attached, so that's very nice to see. Overall, I'm just happy to have this version. We have the camo here, which was missing from the previous one. We didn't get that in the pants. I know that was the common complaint. It's just retro vintage Beachhead. You can't get any better than this. You even have his beret here attached to his shoulder like he did on his vintage one. I may need to update that comparison video of Beachhead with this new one, but we can just see all the similarities there. They even have a number here now. This is 75, which we had with the vintage one. That camo that was on the vintage. Yeah, just overall, I'm very satisfied with this Beachhead. With all that said and done, let me know what you guys think down below. I think this is a very nice upgrade for me. I just love all of this stuff, or you know, I love this version of Beachhead. It's just very vintage, very retro, and that's just what I wanted. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Enjoy the extra little footage, up close shots of Beachhead here, and I'll see you guys in a future video.